WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
You really do sound like a
grizzled old vet. Is that where you were going with there?
yes.
To not get you in trouble?
Oh, I'll get in trouble at some point. Believe me, I'll do something.
Well, to keep you out of trouble in this case, at least.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Ferran Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Ooh, I'm getting good at this radio thing.
Yeah! It only took you 5.5 years.
I'm not good at it yet. I'm starting.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Slowest escalator upward. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Ferran Derry here with you, back after a 2-week vacation hiatus, and boy, did it feel good. And also back here with me...
On a much longer hiatus.
Yeah, I should probably put that up here.
Yeah. Well, no, you're
on a
just
much
so used
longer
to be...
hiatus. Yeah, I'm so used to you not being here,
Oh,
Twitch.
wow, so you're just going to steal all the things I was going to say.
Hey, whoa. I was on a bit of a hiatus as well.
Yes, Mitch, you were.
Oh, work.
Yes, Mitch and Twitch are both back.
I'm sorry. Just no follow-up. Yes, Mitch, you were.
Bob.
Well... I was waiting for you to kind of jump over something else, so that's I was like, all right, let me just get out of the way and let Twitch get get his shtick in.
Oh, no. The last couple of the last month has changed me, only slightly. But, you know.
How so? Here, we'll even bring the music down a little bit.
No, do we really need? I don't need to elaborate on this. It was just a blanket. It was just a blanket, empty statement.
Oh, you finally went through those changes. Oh.
Yes,
Took you long
I
enough.
finally discovered the song that Black Sabbath put out. It's a great song. I'm going through changes. No?
My material right there, I guess.
All right, we'll just let John
Mitch,
Sebastian
for once, I'm
get out of the
happy
way.
to see you. Let's not change that, please.
Oh, believe me, it will change quite quickly.
See, I like your enthusiasm, because I'm the same way.
Glad
Lower the bar.
Glad we can mutually agree.
For once.
For once.
So yeah, I spent a couple of weeks in Disney, and what the hell happened while I was gone? We got a Saudi standoff. We got some racism allegations. Where to start here?
Hogan. Oh.
No, not Hogan. For
Really?
once.
Wow.
For
Not
once,
Hogan?
did I just say?
For once.
No. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll. Oh man.
Before we do start anything, did you see that on OSW Review's Facebook page, apparently Hulk Hogan's been
Yes.
sharing... and I'm just like, I don't think he's watched any of them, has he?
No,
He's just like, there's a picture of me, brother. Share.
Is that?
Hello.
Hello.
Being joined by Denny O getting some cards and well wishes. He just celebrated a birthday not too long ago.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy post-birthday.
28. Oh, wow.
Surprising.
What was that, 1920? No.
I was born when God was a little kid.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
He definitely trumped me on that one. All right. Moving on.
Well, okay then.
Where was I moving on to? Yeah, you were making a point. That's right.
I don't know. I don't think we need to... Oh, yeah, no. I was just saying Hulk Hogan on Facebook.
Oh, yes.
Is just like, oh, it's got a picture of me. Share.
Not realizing that, yes, they have a very not so nice term that they refer to Hogan in a few of their episodes.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And that's, we'll just say that it's also 4 words.
Hot
or 4
dogging.
letters, yes.
Oh. Right. Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's not Hulk, but it does have 4 letters in it. You can use your imagination, folks.
Hey, my
Or you can look it
imagination is
up.
grinding already.
It means I'm a star. That's 4 words. Letters. I can't do grammar. Wow. Okay. Well, haven't missed a beat there. It's good. Good to know.
Keep it rolling, boys. We're getting hot now. Oh boy! All right, where I don't even know where. Oh yes, that's right. With the all the stuff that went on in Saudi Arabia and Brown Jewel. Yeah, I'd stated that because there were apparently some misunderstandings that I have to have the sound effect as a follow-up so people understand what that joke is about.
Yes.
Because well, some people misconstrue things.
Context is always great.
Context is extremely great.
It's
so yeah.
key.
But well, we'll start off with the Saudi standoff, as it were. At least that's what I'm calling it. Although, well, it could just be something else, but we'll get into that in a second. So yes, after the aforementioned pay-per-view, not playing the sounder again for a little bit, WWE's chartered flight out of Saudi Arabia was significantly delayed. I know this is a little backdated here because this all happened like the day after I left for Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't even take a vacation without all this stuff going on.
I'm just going to stay silent and make all the jokes that I would usually make. I'm going to make them during the break.
Oh boy, because you've got a bunch of those, eh? A bunch of not safe for air?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, boy.
All right, well, for those who may have missed it, two very different stories about being told about what happened in the Middle East. Various reports took an explanation from former WWE commentator Hugo Savinovich that Saudi Arabia had apparently failed to pay WWE millions of dollars for previous shows.
Millions of dollars. Oh, right. Sorry. No primetime.
No primetime
pay.
player here. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No primetime players or primetime payer, apparently. So, in retaliation for that, allegedly...
Allegedly. That's ignorant.
It's just to keep me out of trouble here. WWE Chairman Vince McMahon allegedly stopped the television feed for Crown Jewel from being broadcast in Saudi Arabia, allegedly leading to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman retaliating by stopping WWE's chartered plane from leaving.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer reported that WWE hadn't been paid for their shows in Saudi Arabia at least by the end of September, while WWE was paid $60 million around 2 hours before the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Interestingly enough.
So, Jeff Jarrett, I'd like to issue an apology. I kind of understand where you're coming from now. I'm very sorry. Same thing to that Warrior guy.
Yeah, a little holding up for money, allegedly. So, Meltzer estimated the Crown Jewel was aired on a 40-minute delay in Saudi Arabia. And also, according to Meltzer...
They're lucky they got it at all.
Oh, Twitch McMahon is in full form here.
That's the only
that's the
stuff
only,
I can...
okay.
The only jokes I can make.
That's the only one you can get away... All right, that's the only one you got. Got it. But yeah, supposedly 20 WWE employees, including 12 wrestlers, managed to leave Saudi Arabia on private jets without delay, including Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar, Kevin Dunn, Paul Heyman, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Tyson Fury. And Meltzer, quoting it, delayed WWE wrestlers were disbelieving of whether mechanical issues had really occurred, which more into that story in a moment, because of the presence of military police and the fact that it took about 24 hours before the WWE employees eventually left Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, WWE's statement on the matter, they used that to promote SmackDown the following night.
Oh, no.
Classic Vince.
More than 175 superstars, production crew, and employees boarded a 747 charter flight back to the United States on Thursday after the door closed due to several aircraft problems, including mechanical issues. All passengers sat on the tarmac for more than 6 hours. With SmackDown set to emanate live from Buffalo, New York, several superstars felt so strongly that they arranged for their own separate charter in order to make it back to the U.S. for the show. Due to unforeseen issues, that charter will not land until after the live broadcast on Fox. The remainder of WWE's superstars, staff, and crew will depart on a charter set for to depart Saudi Arabia later tonight. So that was their... here's our... Yeah.
Stop asking questions. We'll get you...
Yeah.
Here's your information. Stop asking questions.
And you know how it goes. There's always three sides to the story. In this case, there's the reported side, WWE's side, and the truth, which is more than likely somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, sure.
Well, at least, maybe, in this case, I would like to think so. But what ended up happening, the SmackDown show was retooled to rely on talent who didn't participate in Crown Jewel, including a majority of the women's roster, as well as, what?
Uh-oh.
No, nothing. It's just shocker.
Yeah, I know. Surprise, surprise. And NXT, which staged a takeover and are set to challenge Raw and SmackDown wrestlers at Survivor Series next week.
And Sami Zayn, don't forget that. He also wasn't allowed to go over there.
Well, yeah, there were a couple of others. I mean, I didn't want to just rattle off the entire list.
Oh no, I get
But yeah,
it.
I know. But Sami Zayn's your boy. I get it.
Well, also
shame
it's-
on me for not mentioning your boy.
No, look, he doesn't get enough mention to begin with. Let's be fair. I don't blame you.
There was no follow-up to that? Okay.
I still want to have a job.
Okay,
Jeez.
but fair enough. Well, they eventually got back, and in an attempt to smooth over the controversy, the Monday after Brown Jewel, WWE had announced that it expanded, quote-unquote, its partnership with the Saudi General Authority for Entertainment until 2027, under which it would hold 2, quote, large-scale events in the country per year. However, WWE's original partnership with the Saudi General Sports Authority was already slated to run until 2027, and so far WWE has already run 2 annual shows in Saudi Arabia in both 2018 and this year. So, as I'm seeing it, this is basically the equivalent of WWE renewing its proverbial wedding vows. You like that?
It's good.
Yeah.
Because that's going to save the marriage. Oof.
Well, one can only hope. And I guess we'll get all of the not-so-good stuff out of the way. I guess we'll get this out too, and then we'll save the rest of the time for more happy fun time here. I'm going to say now former, apparently, NXT wrestler Jordan Myles.
He's been granted his release.
Well, not officially, and that's why I say kind of former, although apparently there's also 3 sides to that story as well. He had initially, and this is another thing that went on right as I had left for Disney. Man,
Yeah.
trying to give me a lack of happiness in the happiest place on earth. What are you
Wait to learn
doing?
about this one.
Yeah, well, he called out WWE in a tweet over an offensive T-shirt that the company had designed for him. And he wrote on Twitter that I will keep posting this until my voice is heard. I'm not sorry for anything I say or do. Representation is important. If this is Vince McMahon and Triple H's vision, quote-unquote, of me, then this is a slap in the face to every African-American performer, fan, and supporter. Now, what this is in reference to is a T-shirt design of Jordan Myles, who... He was kind of, he has this, as they, take the old line from Dusty Rhodes, that $1 million smile, baby.
Smiles for Miles,
Yeah,
because
smiles
they couldn't
for Miles.
come up with anything else.
Exactly.
And he also won the Breakout Star, that Breakout Star tournament that, formerly known, or perhaps going back to being currently known as ACH, if you know him from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor. Very talented wrestler. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I brought up
if
here
you
in
know,
studio.
you know.
I
Let's put it
brought up
that
in
way.
studio here since I know Mitch hasn't seen it. Twitch, I'm sure, is familiar, but the shirt.
Oh, I'm very familiar considering the text messages that you sent me expressing your outrage. Rightfully so.
Oh man, even the listing that you pulled up is kind of being.
Well,
blunt.
yeah, I mean this is from another site, but I guess they're.
I know. Yeah, because WWE definitely put that's how they market it. Mitch, no.
No, there's a different website
Mitch.
that put Jordan Myles WWE racist shirt.
Mitch just thought that's how WWE shop.com, that's how
No.
they branded that.
No.
I don't understand what's wrong. I just
All right. To describe it for the
thought
people
that was
who
a style, like a V-neck or a Henley. it's a crew
Oh no,
neck.
it hasn't. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite gone out of style yet.
Oh no! I just thought I'll tell you during the break.
All right, that's a during the breaker.
Yep.
But yes, it's a black
During the break.
T-shirt with what looks to be a smile, essentially, and the letters Jordan Myles in the set of teeth.
And the outline.
Yeah, the outline of red, it gives the connotation of like a very, 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 very antiquated blackface design. And that is what ACH, or formerly Jordan Miles, is understandably upset about. WWE responded by issuing a statement stating that Miles approved the T-shirt for sale.
Likely story.
But then Miles released an email that shows Baker Landon, who is listed as a WWE Creative Services talent coordinator, writing that Paul Levesque, quote, loves it for your character, and, quote, wanted the letters to be more teethy.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
just
it's
go with it.
maybe pink. Wouldn't pink have been would pink have been like maybe a gray shirt?
Well, and that was apparently when the email was shown, it was on a gray shirt, and okay, I saw that it was in gray, and I thought that maybe, okay, well, let's see, even if we go with a navy blue shirt, it doesn't look nearly as bad. But any color other than black, I think,
Just
is where the issue is here. So I mean, it's not exactly a great design.
Don't they know who Jimmy the Greek is? Like, don't they understand this is not going to end well for them?
I don't know who Jimmy the Greek is.
He's a coach that made some comments
Oh, okay, gotcha.
about an athlete, a certain race of athlete.
Say no more. Say no more.
Oh man.
All right. Well, Miles then proceeded to write that the whole WWE system is fraud, and added that they created this system where you can't trust anyone, you grow cold, and you grow apart from what you love the most. He also took issue with Hulk Hogan continuing to be booked. See, you knew Hogan was going to get into this somehow. He said the fact that Hulk Hogan is still employed...
I didn't do it this time, brother.
After giving the locker room an apology for being caught says enough. So he's really... Well, he's not just pointing the fickle finger of fate at WWE. He went on to have some other unsavory comments for Jay Lethal.
Which is, okay.
I think he's got...
You can't... But he called Jay Lethal something... I
don't know if we can say. We'll just say a certain derogatory way of a particular relative.
Yes, has a cabin. There was a book written about him.
Exactly.
Right. So you can't go and say that about Jay Lethal, because Jay Lethal, one of the most talented wrestlers of that generation. Also, someone made a good point. Is this guy named Kevin Eck, who works with MCW? I'm going to credit him on this because I read this post.
Yeah, he was with the Baltimore Sun for a long while.
Yeah, you can't say that Jay Lethal is that, and you can't say that Ring of Honor doesn't care about black wrestlers when you look at guys like Shane Taylor and Jonathan Gresham and Kenny King and these guys that are all prospering right now in Ring of Honor, under Ring of Honor's banner. And also, Jay Lethal is one of the greatest in-ring performers of this generation to not ever be in a WWE ring. And for you to say that is unfair, and just, you're coming from a place of anger at that point. And that's also where everyone kind of started to...
That was where the wheels kind of went off the wagon of the let's support ACH train.
The music stopped abruptly.
Yes. Yeah, the needle pulled off the record at that particular point. Exactly. There was definite needle scratch there. And then to top it off, the wrestler known in the Indies as ACH, he added a video on Twitter this past Wednesday stating that he has quit WWE in a very profanity-laced tirade that I listened to and didn't even bother pulling the audio for because it would be... Like,
beep, 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 beep. It would have been Morse code.
It would have been Morse code, pretty much, yeah.
Beep, beep, you know.
No, it wouldn't have been Chewbacca and helium.
It's a disc skipping. Is what that's...
goodness.
I actually tried helium for the first time about 5 days ago. It was amazing.
And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I have nowhere to go from that. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take care of our first time out here because we're a little late for it anyway. We'll get to Ed from Northeast Philly to save us from this unsavoriness, and we'll see what other hijinks we can get into as we can now get into some more fun things on the other side now that we've gotten all the bad out of the way. Just kind of, purge it all out. Yes, so we'll be doing that when we come back here on Pro Wrestling Weekly.
I have nothing to add.
Nothing to add on that? All right. You don't think it's safe?
Yeah, no.
It's never safe.
I'll tell you during the break.
All right, so...
That's the new catchphrase for this
Tell you
show.
during the break. Fair enough. All right, this is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
I'm Merrill Reese to remind you that the brand new Pat Diem Beverages is your complete beer distributor. They have the finest selection of domestic and imported beers. For your convenience, you can purchase all of your wine, liquor, and other fine spirits. At Pat Diem Beverages, you'll find your favorite Pennsylvania lottery games and the largest selection of cigars in Bucks County. At Dion Square, you'll find everything you need. Pat Diem Beverages open 7 days a week, located in the Dion Square Shopping Center.
Join Rebecca's Forecast Tuesday at 10 a.m. She'll take your calls, questions, and fill you in on what's happening for your personal sun sign. Join Rebecca's Forecast once again every Tuesday at 10 a.m. right here on 1490 WBCB.
The Bristol Borough Community Action Group Food Bank at 99 Wood Street in Bristol has been serving Lower Bucks County since 1971. It's your monthly tax-deductible donations that allow us to provide food for hundreds of households each month. Please consider a generous one-time or recurring monthly donation at www.givebucks.org. That's www.givebucks.org. Help us help those in need. Please donate today. The Bristol Borough Community Action Group, 99 Wood Street, Bristol, PA 19007.
More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With e-billing, you have control to see your bills when you want, set reminders for each new bill, and best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. Your partner for a safer environment, BCWSA. Proven.
Got the Luigi death stare from Ferran, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Ferran Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Ferran Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch, the gang all back together here.
Take it away, Penny.
Take it away, Penny?
Take it away, Penny.
It's a SpongeBob reference.
Yes.
Oh, I'm showing my age. Yeah, I'm just completely lost on that one.
Don't worry, with your old jokes, I'm showing my youth.
Because that's supposed to make me feel better?
Yeah, it just...
Oh, no!
It was the first thing I could go for within reach. It worked.
Yes, it did.
I mean, it was either that or this.
And I got both of them.
Yeah, either one. Yeah, take your pick. Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah, we're back here. We're going to go to Ed from Northeast Philly. That's what we're going to do. That'll save us here as we're kind of catching up from while I was in the happiest place on earth, and now I'm here. It's not exactly started from the bottom now we're here, but no. I mean, Disney's a high bar to set, you know, but we're going to go to Ed here and see if we can brighten things up here a little bit.
How was vacation?
It was amazing. So much, well, first of all, so much great weather. I mean, unseasonably warm in Florida for early November. The highs were in the, mid-80s all week, or all week and a half. I wish I were there now.
Cold weather.
Plus, so much food. Just yeah. So,
all right.
Yes, lots of food, and more than my fair share of adult beverages as well. So that's why more than my share of
a little bit of the bubbly.
What did Lucas do without you?
I'm sure he was
the same I always do. Play video games, cry. That's pretty much it.
Play video. Oh,
wrestle.
Please.
We'll wrestle too, but
I was gonna say you do more than that.
No, I don't. I'm not David Arquette in my spare time. I wish, but He seems to be living his best life.
All right, what do we got in the local scene here, Ed?
Lovely All-Star is tonight in Kenneth Square at the Kenneth High School. Kenneth Square, Pennsylvania.
Kenneth Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the lineup in front of me for that.
No worries.
Anyway, KCW, Keystone Championship Wrestling, is in Collingdale, Pennsylvania. The rescheduled from October show, which got canceled.
Huh.
Homicide and Too Cold Scorpio is on the card with a 6 p.m. bell time.
That shouldn't be too bad here. Yeah, I think a lot of the shows are kind of happening maybe this weekend and next, as the following weekend, heading into the beginning of December. You got Thanksgiving weekend, so there's going to be a lot more going on this time around here.
Yeah, not to mention the Icons Convention next weekend.
Oh yeah, that is true.
At the
2300 arena.
Yeah, I keep calling it the ECW arena.
There's a lot of that goes on here locally.
Yeah.
I mean, people still know the mall in Northeast Philadelphia is Franklin Mills, not Philadelphia
Mills. It's going to stay that way.
All right, fair enough.
It's in the shape of a lightning bolt for a reason.
And on the Icons Convention, they had Doug Gilbert, Shane Douglas, Coco Beware, Darby Allin, Billy Jack Haynes, Orange Cassidy, and Todd Gordon. Not to mention.
Oh, you've intrigued Lucas here.
Yeah.
About to get me
and
some.
I think there's like tag teams reforming. I think Barry Windham and someone else is reforming the Scotch, or what was his name? Sid Yulee?
Oh, Psycho Sid. Sid Justice, Psycho Sid. Yeah, they have multiple names.
Yeah.
And multiple reasons why he can't make conventions.
He has one, softball.
Travel ban. Remember that one? I do. The North remembers, and so does Pepperidge Farm.
You'll have to enlighten me on that in the break.
No, he tried to blame it on Trump's travel ban.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That was a while ago. That was like 2 years ago. I barely remember what I had.
Oh, wow, it's been 2 years. Oof.
Yeah, that was the end of December of 2017, so that wasn't immediately coming to mind. Thank you, Internet.
And a big event is going on right now up in New York at the La Gloria Hotel.
Well, don't know if I'm going to make that one. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hike, but no, I'm sure those who are up there are having a good time.
I don't know how well it'll just, I'd have to check the traffic, KYW, and the traffic on the twos.
Oh, you shouldn't be saying that. That's a rival.
He doesn't know any better.
Wow. Of all the things I'd get the...
No, you're fine.
He's suffering.
What else? What else we got going on here, Ed?
New moonitis. He's suffering from.
New moonitis. Oh my.
You mean the promotion?
No.
Yeah, they said new moonitis, like new moon wrestling, right? New moon rising wrestling. Yeah.
That's a bit of an unfair assumption, saying they'll put me to sleep.
No, I'm talking about what Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, that fell short.
Oh, don't worry. A lot of my jokes do the same.
Need the crickets now.
I don't want to rag on him too much. I might scare him away for another 2 months.
And there's death match tonight at Williamstown, New Jersey, for H2O Wrestling. At the H2O Center.
At the H2O, okay, over in Williamstown.
Yeah,
it should be a goodie as well.
Lucky 13, Devin Moore, Drew Blood, Matt Tremont, with an 8 p.m. bell time. And good luck tonight, Twitch.
Thank you.
Well,
yes. Crossroads Wrestling I have.
Yes.
That's going to be in Riverton, New Jersey, Sacred Heart.
Yeah, for Kathy Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
How is she doing?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
Yeah, I know her from the independent scenes. And some other promotions she used to help out at.
Well, I'm sure I'll see her tonight.
Yeah. Get well, Kathy, if you're listening.
Yes, absolutely.
And Triple WA is tonight also, or next weekend at Quakertown Farmers Market with a 6:30 p.m. bell time.
Yeah, that's gotta love the Q-Mart. It's Dino Santa does a great job up there with Triple WA, and it's always a good time up there.
Patch is on that card for Twitch with Twitch and Crossroads. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Patches O'Houlihan is on that. Right.
And I don't know if this is true yet. I didn't confirm it yet. Elimination Chamber or Fastlane is coming to Philly. I
haven't heard anything as far as as any. I mean, then again, there may have been something that came out from the SmackDown in Philly last night.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to look it up yet. I just heard rumors about it.
Well, let's see here. Here we go. As I'm doing a little looking here, yes, it was confirmed last night on SmackDown that Elimination Chamber will be at the Wells Fargo Center on March 8th of 2020. And that'll be the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania 36.
Last time I looked at it was they were going to have it in February in Portland, Oregon. Maybe they switched it up.
Looks like they changed their minds.
I guess they figured, I don't know, are they going to skip the pay-per-view in February then? Or are they going to have Fastlane right after? I don't know how they're going to work that. I guess time will tell.
I don't know when they go on sale yet. I should have more information next week on that.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
And I'll be at the convention next week, broadcasting.
Calling in live. Yeah, there we go. Trying to take over. You see this? He's like NXT. He's trying to take over the show here.
Yeah.
We run this show. I'm kidding.
Oh boy. Awkward.
That's about it.
All right, Ed. Thanks so much for calling in here. We'll catch up with you next week at the convention. All right, Ed from Northeast Philly, always giving a look at the local scene here. And speaking of local, want to give just a little bit of a mention, as it was a cool thing, even though it didn't work out so well for him in the tag match last night. But somebody who we've worked with on quite a few occasions was on SmackDown last night. Kip Stevens.
Yes, and CPA was also there.
Yeah.
Oh, you've worked with Kip Stevens?
Yes, we have.
In what?
With the Monster Factory.
And he's also going to be at the Dropkick Depression show that I will be on in December on the 14th.
Hey, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, it is.
So we've had, so it's good to see people whom we've worked with getting a little bit of TV time, getting a little bit of exposure there to Fox, even though it was rather abruptly getting taken out by heavy machinery, as it was Kip Stevens and Kevin Tibbs. Yeah. And from what I see here, I was just trying to look up a little bit more here, but they're both from VPW.
They are.
Yeah, just little tidbits that kind of pop up every once in a while as we're looking at things here. But things went a little longer than planned, but we've got plenty to get into, including Well, I know I didn't mention your one boy earlier, Twitch, but we're definitely going to get into a mentioning of another boy of yours on the other side, and you're grimacing at me as I say it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that you are biting your bottom lip. This is...
No, it's I'm happy.
Tease. Very convincing.
What a tease. The tease. He's just going to...
Yeah, so we'll see what that tease is about, and we'll see if we can maybe...
Changing the culture. Oh, wonderful.
Yes, we'll change the culture on the other side here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Crayola Experience in Easton, PA. Now filled with even more of Crayola's latest and greatest hits, including 4 new attractions. New this summer. Color your free Scribble Scrubby pet. Scrub it clean, then do it again. Also new. Watch your design rock the runway. Bring your silly selfie to the big screen. And discover interactive fun with new Create and Play. Plus 23 more hands-on attractions with tons of colorful Crayola keepsakes.
Come see what's new at Crayola Experience in Easton, PA.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
People join Walk MS to raise awareness and funds that change the world for everyone affected by multiple sclerosis. Walk MS brings communities together, creating teams with friends, loved ones, and coworkers to rally around those we care about and end MS forever. Together, we can change the world for people with MS. Register today at walkms.org.
The cooler weather has its pest problems such as spiders, bed bugs, roaches, and mice. These problems can be fixed easily and inexpensively with termite proofing and pest control. Call now at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, November 16th. On this date in 1994, WCW held its 29th Clash of the Champions Supercard. In the main event, Sting, Hulk Hogan, and Dave Sullivan defeated Avalanche, Kevin Sullivan, and The Butcher in a 6-man tag team match. On this date in 1996, ECW held its November to Remember Supercard. In the main event, Terry Funk and Tommy Dreamer defeated Shane Douglas and Brian Lee in a tag team match. On this date in 2000, WCW held its Millennium Final pay-per-view. In the main event, Sting defeated Kevin Nash. On this date in 2003, WWE held its Survivor Series pay-per-view. In the main event, Goldberg pinned Triple H to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. This has been Today in Wrestling History, November 16th.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Faran Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch.
Hello.
You know, I'm glad we looked on the bright side of things after the first few minutes.
Yeah, no, things definitely, they needed a bit of an uptick as,
What's this about ticking?
Hmm?
Oh, right. Not me. Never mind. It's a Tourette's joke.
Yeah, I know.
I was explaining it. Oh, now you have the crickets ready.
Well, yeah, I didn't have them ready at the time. I knew that they would come in handy sooner rather than later. So, yeah, we'll talk a little more Survivor Series next week, but based on the NXT invasion, you've got a lot of triple threat matches.
Yes.
Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT.
You have no complaints from me. in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, looking just at the not Survivor Series traditional elimination matches, I mean, you've got Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley, and Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, in a brand supremacy triple threat match.
Yeah. Holy crud.
For the tag titles, well, actually, the respective titles are not on the line. This is just
brand
essentially,
supremacy.
it's Survivor Series bragging rights, basically, to kind of merge two pay-per-views together. You've got Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the New Day, against the NXT Tag Team Champions, Undisputed Era. And you're just, get in, shut up, and take my money. I can see it in your eyes.
Somebody brought up a good point of so not only should it be bragging rights, but like for that next week, the winning brand should get that time slot. Like, just so if
have
NXT,
actually something on the line.
Yeah,
basically.
like so if NXT were to win, it'd just be 3 nights of Raw would be NXT superstars, SmackDown and NXT would be NXT superstars, and then respectively. You know.
I think the concern with that is you worry about overexposure,
or maybe then the next, or maybe it's like the next pay-per-view is just like exclusively that brand, or maybe the World Championship main events that pay-per-view, no, the World Championship main events Mania. Like, so if NXT wins, World Championship main events Mania or something. That would be a fun little stipulation.
Well, I think the problem with that is then what do you do for NXT TakeOver right before WrestleMania? So I don't mean to keep throwing like holes into your and flaws into your logic here, because I mean they're pretty good ideas, and they're off the cuff, but it needs a little development. That's all. But I see where you're going with it, and it's not a bad idea, and I agree with the premise of having something a little bit more than "Yay, we won" on the line. But
yes,
yeah, there's a lot of implementation that goes behind that. Also, you
Damn
have
you
for the
logic.
Yeah, exactly.
Or sorry, darn you logic.
Yeah, you were fine. And then you have the. I'm trying to stray away from that M word. Mid-card titles.
Uh-oh.
But
the singles titles.
Yeah, the singles non-heavyweight titles. You have U.S. champion AJ Styles.
Yes.
Intercontinental champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
And North American champion Roderick Strong.
Yes.
And Twitch here was slowly but surely doing his almost impersonation of Vince McMahon, that gif where he's getting so-and-so excited, and all of a sudden he falls back over in his chair.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That's almost what that was there. So we'll get into that. There's also the 2 heavyweight titles on the line. And, and also the Survivor Series matches. We'll get more into that. Full Gear, that was interesting. We'll leave it at that.
A rock and roll Canadian destroyer?
Yes. There were a lot of interesting moments. I still have to catch up to actually watch that pay-per-view. I'm surprised Sam Slezen said you're coming over here to watch it, on demand or whatever the case may be. It'll probably happen at some point. But to some other news, as we've got about 10 minutes left or so. So, a little bit of another fun thing here. So, I know that neither of you are like huge football people. However, this I thought was kind of a cool thing. So, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Stefon Diggs. I don't know if the name remotely rings a bell or not.
Nope.
But he has he's apparently been working with this particular designer to make special custom designed cleats for certain games. Ooh. And this past Sunday, well, I guess because, NFL rules, you can't wear them during the games, but in this case it was for pregame warm-ups. Stefon Diggs had worn cleats that were inspired by Steve Austin. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly, as I try to talk and type here, pull up a clip of them here.
Let's take a look at those bad boys.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Now let me try Diggs as a search thing as well. Okay, maybe this article will have them. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, those look good.
Ooh.
And I love how I don't know if this is by design of the cleat or if it's just the picture on the WWE website, but it has Austin's middle finger blurred out. As Twitch just doubles back to look at it and goes, "Oh yeah, look at that." I think that's by the design of the cleat, and that's even better.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I believe Mache, I think is the name, Mache, the creator of the design, noted that Austin is his favorite wrestler, and he knew that he would use an Austin theme once he saw Dallas on the schedule, because it was Minnesota against Dallas. Steve Austin's from Texas. Makes perfect sense.
Yes, it does.
Now, Mache had also, and this is something I didn't know, designed ECW-themed cleats for Diggs when the Vikings played here in Philadelphia last season. And, well, I guess the special cleats worked as the Vikings won that game last year and also defeated Dallas on Sunday Night Football. So, little fun tidbit
it's
there.
Like Mike, but with cleats.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so I've been teasing it for a little bit. This is getting into Twitch's boy here. WWE Backstage, that Tuesday night program, didn't really get off to the start they were looking for. Its debut episode, just 49,000 viewers.
Wow.
Not a lot. But after this past Tuesday, I have a hunch that those numbers will skyrocket.
Really? Why do you say that, Ferran?
Well, hosts Paige and Renee Young, along with panelists Booker T and Samoa Joe, they were getting ready to end the program this past Tuesday night, and then Renee Young, well, she dropped this bombshell.
Great show, all in the book. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about WWE. We like to have those iconic history-making moments in WWE.
Yes.
Makes us all fans. So I think it's time that we start doing some of our own right here on WWE Backstage. You guys in?
Yeah. All
right.
Yeah, what are we doing?
In
like
3, 2, 1. Whoa! No way! Is this a rip? Is this a rip? Oh my God!
And in walks CM Punk.
You guys don't want me to cuss and you do this?
That was Paige's reaction. Was my reaction?
I knew this.
Wow. I knew this. Did you?
That's awesome. All right, welcome. Welcome back.
Yes, well.
It's as simple as this. Just when they think they got the answers, I change the culture. I'll see you here next week.
So, yeah, CM Punk's going to be on WWE Backstage next week. This is, 5, almost 6 years since he left WWE and had that whole lawsuit with the doctor and then just all kinds of bad blood. Now, it's been stated that he is employed by Fox since it's on the FS1 channel, and he is not employed by WWE. But that is something that a lot of wrestling fans, they were hoping to see CM Punk in a WWE venue in some capacity. They've been chanting his name at arenas for years. And now at 41, after his MMA ventures, now he's venturing into this to provide analysis. And people are going to wonder, is he going to play nicey nice? Is he going to be a little bit more off the cuff? And I have a feeling that's going to draw in a lot of eyes to that particular program.
He's stated that he's not gonna openly crap on the product, but if he doesn't like, he's there to speak the truth. If he likes something, he likes something. If he doesn't, he doesn't. That's what he said at least.
Yeah, we'll
he also
certainly
said
see.
He'd never be back.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's one of those never say never type things.
Yeah.
Some other notes. Apparently, Randy Orton has reportedly re-signed with WWE, according to PWInsider.com's Mike Johnson. He reported that Orton recently signed a multi-year contract, which means that Orton was either having fun or creating some leverage a few weeks ago, and he had posted a photo of himself next to an Elite sign as a tease of a potential jump to All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Obviously, that's not the case now, as he's signed on for additional years with WWE, at least according to the report.
Orton just likes to have fun, and that's why I like Randy Orton. He just likes to mess with people.
He trolls people.
Yes.
But not necessarily a malicious way.
Yeah, no, it's just in a fun, I'm Randy Orton, I'm not the guy I used to be, but I still have some tendencies of being a little...
little Richardish?
Yeah, but it's in a lovable kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you. I'm joking.
You're not wrong.
I'm joking.
You're not wrong. I will own that.
Oh, well, all right. As long as it's in verbal writing.
As long as it's verbally documented. I think
Yes.
that's what you were going for.
Totally. Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, save once again.
Thank you.
Also, good news here from
good news, everyone.
Yeah, from one of my boys, The Rock.
Ooh.
Yeah, he announced at UFC 244 weigh-ins that he'll be starring as fighter Mark Kerr in the film Smashing Machine. It's a film that's going to be produced by his Seven Bucks Productions. Kerr was featured in the 2003 HBO documentary The Smashing Machine that chronicled his career and addiction to painkillers. The Rock was well-received. He also made an appearance at the UFC event as he presented the...
that belt.
Yeah, that belt,
to
exactly.
Jorge Masvidal.
And was well received by the New York City crowd and made the entrance to his WWE theme that always gives the goosebumps.
Yes, it does.
As far as the ratings wars, well, all three went to AEW in the weeks that I was gone, so clean sweep for them, although pretty close November 6th, just a 9,000 viewer gap. But, then it expanded back to about 200,000 or so. So... AEW continuing to do good things there. WWE and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy announcing that WrestleMania 35 generated $165.4 million in an economic impact for the New York, New Jersey region this past April, and they definitely had a good bit of my money in that as well, because I was there for WrestleMania. And it marks a more than 60% increase from the $101.2 million generated for WrestleMania 29 in New York and Jersey, and the 8th consecutive year that they've generated more than $100 million in economic impact for its host region. And we mentioned Stone Cold earlier. Well, WWE issued a press release to announce a new monthly series, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Broken Skull Sessions. That's for WWE Network, and it'll start immediately following Survivor Series next Sunday, November 24th at about 11 p.m. Eastern. And for the premiere episode, I'm looking forward to this. Austin welcomes The Undertaker for a rare long-form interview with one of the most prolific and enduring superstars of all time. Each episode of the Broken Skull Sessions features Austin pulling no punches as he evokes the human side of his highly accomplished guests through engaging casual interviews. So, It'll be good to hear from The Undertaker saying something other than, "Rest in peace."
Yes.
Yeah.
He's probably just like, can I be like a human now, Vince, please?
Yeah.
Like, put me on Steve's podcast. I'd love to. Like, I don't want children to be scared of me.
I thought he was awesome when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And he still is. I think he was awesome as I'm an adult,
Yeah,
too.
he's very awesome, but I was also very, terrified. He's awesome as long as he's not mad at me.
Well, that could be said for a lot of people for you. Anyway, we've got 2 minutes left, so that means it's time for...
Birthdays. Right.
Give it a second.
No.
No.
All right.
Just getting used to having it by myself again.
You didn't even point.
He's too busy drawing.
Yeah.
I don't point. That's not my thing.
You don't make a point. That's also not your thing. Wow. Anyway, birthdays. So, not a whole lot. That's why we're kind of stretching for time here. Had to do a little digging on this one. On this date in 1983, Justin Henry was born.
Wow!
The writer for Fighting Spirit magazine and Cultaholic, and former and likely future guest here on the show, as well as a contributor to WrestleCrap.com. He turns 36 today.
Awesome.
That's all I got in the wrestling circuit. Now to 3 Brucey bonuses outside of the wrestling circuit.
It's one more year till we can quote Monty Python.
Yeah, true. I did that last year. On this date in 1964, Dwight Eugene Gooden was born. The former Cy Young Award-winning pitcher for the Mets and Yankees, among other teams, known as Doc Gooden. He turns 55 today. Yeah, threw a no-hitter in there as well. I've got to get the baseball ones in for Ted. On this date in 1967, Lisa Michelle Bonet was born. The actress best known for her role as Denise Huxtable from the sitcom The Cosby Show and spin-off A Different World, turns 52 today. Yeah, where's the time go? And on this date in 1993, Peter Michael Davidson was born. The comedian and actor, current cast member of Saturday Night Live, known simply as Pete Davidson, turns 26 today. I figured Twitch would enjoy the comedic... he loves when I throw a comedic reference in there.
Pete Davidson's great.
I don't know, it's been a little while. I think the Will Ferrell Celebrity Jeopardy was the last time I watched SNL, so it's been a little bit.
Been a while.
Yeah, just a little bit. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back next week. Ted's up next. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock in all's well.
Serving you better.